This is John Warren with Acoustic Guitar Magazine. In today's short video lesson, we're going to look at some ways of using effects pedals for creative expression with acoustic and classical guitar. Some of these effects pedals might normally be more associated with electric guitar or synthesizers or other instruments, but you can find some great ways of creative exploration, improvisation, songwriting, and live performance with the use of these effects pedals. So there are a lot of different ways of organizing these and chaining them, and they're not necessarily rules that you have to follow. Find the approach that works for you. Generally, it's thought to put tuners first, although that's not always the case. In this case, I have the Peterson Strobo Stomp HD tuner, which has a mute switch, which is handy for live performance when you want to tune without being amplified. After that, it goes into the Guru's Optivalve MK2 compressor, which compressors are a nice way of taming your dynamics. They help to make louder parts quieter and quieter parts louder. After the compressor, I'm running this into the LR Baggs Align Series Equalizer, which has some good capabilities of taming a harsh pickup or eliminating feedback and things like that with its notch filter and EQ settings and gain settings and things like that. If we were going to use distortion or fuzz or vibe or phaser, I have those with the Keeley Dark Side, but I'm not going to use that today. However, I am running next into the Donner Prince Brunner delay pedal, which is an emulation of the famous Binson Echo Rec delay. And that goes into another delay pedal, the Grand Canyon from Electro Harmonics, which is a delay pedal and looper. I'm not going to use the delay today, but we'll use the looper. And that runs into the Hologram Electronics Microcosm, which, like a lot of pedals, could even be considered an instrument even of itself. This has a lot of amazing capabilities. It has a looper as well and does a lot of micro loops. So we're going to experiment with some of the micro loops today. And that goes into the Walrus Audio Slow reverb pedal. And that goes into another reverb pedal, the Death by Audio Reverberation Machine. I often like to stack two reverbs together. These are two very different sounding reverbs. And I should note also that for this recording, I am using a match pair of Rode NT5 mics on the guitar and another Rode NT2A for the vocals. And the effects pedals are going through a Hendrickson Bud amplifier, and all of these go into the digital audio workstation, which is the Focusrite Claret 4 Pre. So you're going to hear a blend of live mics and pedals, which is what you might hear in a real live situation. So for today's demo, I'm going to do a concise version of Eric Satie's Nocien number 1. In live performance, I might normally do this with a few more repeats and kind of build up the pedals over time, but we're going to do a kind of shortened version with fewer repeats, and we'll do a little improvisation at the end. So this is Eric Satie's Nocien number 1. This can be found in the November 2013 acoustic guitar, but you can also try these techniques on a piece in this month's issue of Acoustic Guitar or any piece that you might be working on. So you can see that effects pedals have a lot of creative expression capabilities with acoustic and classical guitar. And I do want to emphasize that there's certainly nothing wrong with the natural sound of acoustic guitars and classical guitars, which is hard to beat. But you can find some great breakthroughs using these effects pedals for songwriting, for improvisation, for live streaming and live performance. This is John Warren with Acoustic Guitar. Thank you for listening.